Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. For years, fans of TLC's Sister Wives have witnessed the steady collapse of the Brown family's once idealistic concept of plural marriage, but no moment has been more unsettling as the emotional rift between patriarch Kody Brown and his late son, Robert Garrison Brown. Garrison, Kody, and Janelle's bright, humorous, and independent-minded kid, was a longtime fan favorite and a consistent presence in the series. However, as the play progressed and real-life circumstances increased, Garrison's relationship with his father began to deteriorate. Still, nothing could have prepared fans for what they've now discovered. Kody's actions went far beyond harsh love and emotional detachment. Instead, what has emerged is a truly distressing depiction of a father who not only alienated his son, but may have led to a terrible and irrevocable catastrophe by his coldness and rejection. In this deeply troubling story, what began as a disagreement over pandemic safety escalated into emotional abandonment, culminating in the revelation of what many are calling Kody's most disturbing act to date, allegedly refusing to speak to Garrison for over a year while the young man silently struggled with mental health and profound loneliness, all in the midst of public family disintegration. To grasp the gravity of what occurred, one must first return to the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic, when Kody enforced extraordinarily strict and contentious household protocols. While the show presented these limitations as safety precautions, many viewers and family members believed they were a ruse to allow Kody to spend more time with his preferred wife, Robin, and her children, to the exclusion of everyone else. Garrison, who was an adult at the time and lived in Janelle's home, refused to comply with what he viewed as unreasonable restrictions, such as remaining at home entirely, not working, and avoiding social interaction. Kody responded by saying that he would not visit unless everyone completely adhered to his regulations. This was the beginning of the breakdown. Kody, the father who once dreamed of unity among dozens of children and 4 spouses, chose to cut off frequent communication with Janelle's family, thereby exiling Garrison and his younger brother Gabe. The punishment did not end there. In a now infamous Sister Wives episode, Kody chillingly informed the camera that Garrison needed to repent for betraying the family, seeing his son's desire for autonomy and a social life during lockdown as a personal attack. Fans were taken aback by Kody's complete lack of empathy, as well as the fact that he valued his own loyalty over love and understanding for his child. As the months went, viewers saw a worrying pattern. Kody was not reaching out or checking in, and he appeared to be unconcerned about his children's developing emotional suffering, particularly Garrison and Gabriel. Gabriel broke down in tears as he described how his father had forgotten his birthday and simply called to grill him about COVID exposure. Gabe's sobs in front of the camera ripped the audience's heart, but what was even more heartbreaking was the awareness that this wasn't a one-time lapse, it was part of a long-standing emotional neglect that had been building up for years. For Garrison, a young man looking for his place in the world, rejection from a father figure was painful. But what surprised viewers the most came decades later, after Garrison's unexpected death in 2024, when news revealed that he hadn't spoken to Kody in about 2 years. According to many insiders, Kody never repaired the split with Garrison and refused to reach out, even during his son's toughest moments. Kody allegedly knew about Garrison's emotional issues but remained away, refusing to make the initial step toward reconciliation. In retrospect, this was not just negligence. Many saw it as an act of brutal indifference, a willful decision to let a broken relationship remain broken, regardless of the consequences. The consequences was quick and terrible. When Garrison was discovered dead at his Arizona home, allegedly from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, the entire Brown family went into shock and sadness. However, spectators saw a striking disparity in the reactions of Garrison's mother, brothers, and Kody. Janelle, understandably saddened, spilled her heart out on social media, sharing images, memories, and loving messages. Garrison's siblings, notably Maddie and Gabriel, remembered him as a brother, guardian, and a brilliant light who died too young. Kody's reaction, however, was delayed and viewed as chilly. His public message, a few terse sentences on social media, cited grief and faith, but did not include a photo, a memory, or Garrison's name. For many, it felt like a slap in the face. As more data emerged, a tragic truth surfaced: Kody may not have attended his own son's memorial service. Whether it was due to shame, remorse, or simple stubbornness, his absence, or mere presence, said volumes. The man who previously taught the values of fatherhood and family togetherness apparently abandoned his own flesh and blood, even in death. Kody's actions are particularly distressing in light of this setting. Many families experience disagreement and even estrangement. However, when a parent actively chooses not to repair relationships with a struggling child, when that parent refuses to offer love, warmth, or support in times of clear emotional pain, it crosses the line from dispute to cruelty. Former family acquaintances have revealed off-camera that Garrison felt unwanted and rejected by his father. Even before the pandemic, Kody's fondness for Robyn and her children had caused tensions between him and the rest of the family. Garrison, who owned his own home, worked hard, and served in the National Guard, was fiercely independent, and deeply upset by his father's rejection. According to other stories, he attempted to reconnect by providing olive branches through his mother, but Kody remained unimpressed. When mental health deteriorates to dangerous levels, support networks, particularly parents, can make a significant difference. Nevertheless, Kody apparently remained mute. The silence has become deafening in the wake of Garrison's death. Kody's subsequent actions fueled public outcry. In a succession of tone-deaf occasions, he was seen on social media acting unconcerned, even upbeat, promoting new business projects and accompanying Robyn on family trips. There were no public visits to Garrison's burial, no passionate tributes, and no evidence of genuine grieving. Fans accused him of being emotionally distant and even egotistical, with others describing his behavior as psychopathic. Online forums erupted with indignation. How could a parent be so detached from his son's death? How could he not show guilt, regret, or humility? For many, this reinforced long-held suspicions. Kody's desire for control, devotion, and obedience had consumed him, leaving little place for unconditional love. His compulsion to be right had cost him his marriage to Christine, his link with Janelle, and his connection with the majority of his adult children, and now it had cost him something he could never get back: his son's life. Even others who had previously defended Kody began to question everything. This was no longer about whether plural marriage could work or if Kody had favorites. This was about basic humanity. His failure, or refusal, to express compassion for Garrison, even in his final months, was horrifying. And if allegations are correct that Kody was aware of Garrison's struggles but did nothing, his inactivity was not only terrible, but also incriminating. In a devastating twist, sources close to the family claimed that Garrison had been reaching out to siblings more regularly before his death, possibly seeking connection, understanding, or simply a reminder that he was important. Kody's failure to heed those quiet appeals, to bridge the gap between them, is a tragedy that will plague the family for the rest of their lives. Janelle's anguish is compounded by guilt and helplessness. She reportedly implored Kody to reconnect with Garrison, phone him, and show up. She cautioned him that the emotional distance had become too unpleasant. But Kody, full of ego and determined to maintain his authority, allegedly rejected her worries. Janelle is now grieving not only the loss of a son, but also the gradual breaking of her child's heart at the hands of the guy who was supposed to love him completely. It's a nightmare that no parent should have to experience. And it's exacerbated by the awareness that it could, and perhaps should, have been avoided. As the family picks up the pieces, supporters have demanded accountability. Some want TLC to cancel the show entirely, refusing to support a story that continues to revolve on a father who, in their opinion, failed his family in the worst way possible. Others demand that Kody give a complete public apology, not just to fans, but also to his remaining children. Others think that what Kody really needs is therapy, humility, and time away from the spotlight. But perhaps the most important appeal is for introspection, not just for Kody, but for any parent watching who may be unaware of the consequences of emotional neglect. Garrison's story is a sad reminder that love must be demonstrated, not simply said. That quiet can cause more harm than words. And that being right is less essential than being present.